How much gelatin would it take to turn the oceans into Jello? And even more, could you use the ground up bones of all vertebrate life on Earth to turn into the gelatin to cause the oceans to become into Jello? So this is a question I've been thinking about for actually years at this point. I originally actually had the plan to ask this question to another YouTuber, either through suggesting, called XKCD. They mainly do a website where you can ask them questions and they answer with science. But they recently started a YouTube channel. I originally planned to ask them a long time ago when I first thought of this question about could you turn the oceans into Jello, and then how much gelatin would you need, and then could you take the bones of all animals and turn that into gelatin, and then turn that. Also, for context, some people might not know this, but gelatin, which is the thing that turns water into Jello, is made from ground up animal bones, which is also, fun fact, why Jello is not vegan, or really actually vegetarian. So there's that, but I never got an answer from after I sent in that question. So I decided to do it myself, because now I have a science channel, and that's something I could easily just do myself. Okay, but the first thing when it comes to this is, I was wondering, could theoretically seawater actually be turned into Jello? Is there something about seawater that stops it from being turned into Jello? So basically, I'm going to talk about the science of how Jello works. Basically, gelatin powder, and gelatin in general, when it is put in boiling water, basically a protein in it basically uncurls and basically gets loose. But then when it cools down, they scrunch back up again and basically cause them to all get entangled, causing it to become like Jello, which surprisingly it doesn't seem, which this is not something I could find any research on for some reason, but surprisingly, there's nothing that says that seawater wouldn't work to do this, so presumably that makes sense. Okay, now this is going to be the more complex part. Actually calculating how much gelatin it would take to turn the oceans into Jello. So there's approximately 1,333 quintillion liters of seawater in the ocean, which is a lot. And basically, just according to the internet and general random sources, it takes about 4 teaspoons per liter of water. So that works out to requiring 5.328. Oh, I understand this now. I'm gonna cut this off. 5.328 E plus 21 tablespoons of gelatin, which is a lot and is a very complicated sounding number. But basically, now there's the part where I'm going to be making a lot of kind of like assumptions with the gelatin parts of it, because there's not too much information. But now you need to figure out the gelatin stuff. How much bone matter is there out of all vertebrate life? So I'm basically just going to be using quick estimates. Let's say every single animal that's vertebrate has 22 has 20 pounds of bone in their body. This is based off of the amount of bones in a human body, but I'm just using that because it seems like a good midpoint between those. So, there are 32 1,000 vertebrate species of animals. And let's just say, for the sake of simplicity, that there are 30 billion animals of each species. Now, there's probably going to be some animals with a lot less and some with a lot more. So that is just a quick estimate. So that equals out to 96 trillion vertebrate animals. But all of that ground into bones and then turned into gelatin is still only 2.112 E plus 15, which is still not enough to actually make the oceans turn into jello, which just shows you how much basically area the ocean has, which is surprising. But yeah, this is kind of close to the end of the video. This video was originally going to plan on to be longer, but it never ended up being that long because it turned out I kind of solved the question a bit quickly. I still hope you enjoyed this video. I have some other really interesting science-related videos on the way, like what is the theoretically most dangerous planet in all of the observable universe, and like I'm probably also going to be working on some like 45-minute long breakdowns of specific topics. But yeah, thank you for watching and goodbye.